Picks and Parlay family, it's me, Detroit Lenny, here with another episode of the Bet, Win, Repeat Show. It's Friday. It's Football Friday. It's September 22nd. I'm joined with these two knuckleheads, as always, Nick and Tim Earl from Earl Sports Bets. We appreciate them stopping by. How Thursday night? Listen. Let's just get this out of the way. We know about your Giants, but like, how did it treat you at the book?
The under hit. In the full game, lost the first half under because there was 10 points in the last 2 minutes, which was super fun to be live on stream for. Baseball reverse swept, and I did get Georgia State outright, but we lost that live over.
That was our first live over.
Thanks, Coastal, for doing absolutely nothing on offense.
Put an asterisk next to it because it was college on Thursday Night Football, but it's okay. It's okay. We were so man.
At least we get good right football there tonight. We got CFL action tonight. We get the Edmonton Elks in action, so we're good.
I hit the first half Niners -6.5. I hit Debo anytime touchdown for some. He had a night. Thank God. I had him in fantasy too, so that was good.
I do as well.
Yeah, the only thing I didn't. I think the only thing I really didn't hit for props and stuff that I gave out was the Kittle anytime touchdown. Yeah. That he didn't get a touchdown, but Debo got one. CMC had that. Daniel Jones threw that ball.
That was not on him. That was deflected.
It wasn't his fault, but we'll take it. It was a square play. We'll take it. You know what I mean? We'll take it.
Every square play hit last night. It was ridiculous.
It really was. The teaser with Niners and under, that worked out for me. Georgia State worked out for me. Tigers worked out for me on the run line. How many times do you say that a fucking year?
I'm so pissed because I had the Tigers. I wanted to bet the Tigers. I was just priced out of the Tigers yesterday. I wanted to bet them, and I was trying to remember. Oh, the Pirates. Oh, I was so pissed.
We were talking about that. Why did we bet the Pirates yesterday?
I was so pissed I didn't bet the Pirates. And, they end up would have cashed as a plus 145 dog.
Tim, how did it treat you?
I mean, I had the over in the Georgia State game, which was a loser, and I had the under in San Fran, which was a winner. My only big thing that I'm kicking myself for is I told myself a couple of times I wanted to make San Fran a contest pick, and I never did. It is what it is. Yeah. I'm not super hung up on it. I wish I did it, but
I started thinking about that yesterday at about halftime as well. I'm like, I thought about that yesterday morning. I'm like, man, I'm very anti Thursday games for contest plays.
I have no problem because most of the time I know what my plays are going to be. So putting them in on a Thursday is no different than putting them on a Saturday.
Well, see, depends.
You're getting 3 reports.
Well, yeah. See, like, what if you would have does it change your thought process on taking the Cowboys this week? For me, it doesn't.
No,
because they're playing Arizona.
I want the Cardinals regardless.
No. Just no.
God no.
Just no.
God no. But so we're on opposite sides there. But let's say you, I don't know. Let me look here. Let's say you were taking Carolina. They have a pretty decent matchup in Seattle.
I like them better now.
6 point. Yeah. Now no Bryce Young possibly.
Yeah. It's going to be Andy Dalton. I'm down for that.
I know.
Give me the Red Rocket all day.
The big red machine coming to town. Red Rocket.
Yeah. Give me Andy Dalton for sure. Growing ginger.
I do think the Seattle Seahawks are a little overpriced, but
I think the Seahawks are a very easy team this year. You ready? You back them as a dog. You fade them as a favorite.
Seattle?
Yep. They're so Jekyll and Hyde that I want nothing to do with laying points with them. But if they're giving me points with them like they were last week, I remember I told you Seattle was the play last week, and they got it done. So.
I don't like this hat, but whatever.
Against the cowardly Lions.
I'll fucking fight you. I'll fight you. But yeah, I mean, I kick myself in the ass, but you got to stay to that. As soon as you let it slip and you bet Thursday Night Football, then you start doing it every week.
Yeah.
And then you're putting them in. And, if I could have just bet Thursday Night Football and then not had to put my Sunday games in, I for sure would have took San Francisco.
Yeah, but
But there's obviously you can't do that shit.
I'm not going to force my plays just to have one on Thursday night. The only week I'll do that is Thanksgiving.
Then I start thinking about this, though. Am I like I like the Dolphins? In no way, shape, or form am I not going to like the Dolphins. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been forcing that play.
Oh, okay. We are totally against each other this week.
The
Broncos are one of my favorite plays this week.
What? Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because
getting 6.5 points.
Russ found the secret sauce in the back of the fridge. He can't cook shit. A healthy Tua.
Well, here's the thing: the Broncos. What were they the first 2 weeks? Favorites. They were favorites. Okay. Now they're a dog. You're getting 6.5 points with this team. I think that this team is very similar to the Seahawks. You can look to back them as dogs, but don't take them as favorites.
I don't think that. And
we'll get into that when we break down when one of you guys bring up the circa lines and we talk the circa contest, which will just be our contest plays because we're part of we're all part of Pub Sports Radio's contest. We'll do that.
Yeah, same lines.
And we'll break down what we're going to be putting in for that. So
I got them right here.
Mine are not official yet, so these are just my.
Mine aren't either, but I got a feeling we're going to be on a few different sides. But
right, you probably know. Okay.
There you go. So this is I am in this contest too, not because I don't have enough fucking contests. I can't do this hat.
All right, you made it 7 minutes without swearing. I'm proud of you.
Man, what do you want me to tell you? I heard YouTube, they beat me out anyway. So.
For what?
When I swear, they like beep.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
You know, totally. Whatever. Censor. You can't censor me. Can't put a leash on this guy. This dog done ran too long without one.
I want to take a look what they did last week.
All right, so here's where we're at. We got some let's pull up some chat. Chat, by the way, feel free. Give us your 5. It ain't official. There is a Picks and Parlay on the contest page, by the way. Let me pull this up in case anybody's living under a rock and hasn't known. Facebook.com/group/Picks and Parlay contest is where you go. There's a contest on there. Graphics look different, but it's the same exact lines, just so you know. Every game is on there except the Giants, 49ers, and the Rams, Bengals, because that's the late Monday night. But join over there. You can win $100 t-shirt weekly. Best, you got to pick 5. And you have to pick the tiebreaker score between the Rams, Bengals. That's the only difference. But
all right. So when I'm looking at this contest, there's a couple plays that are currently honorable mentions that I don't think I'm going to get to for contest picks. Those being the Jets. I wanted that at a 3. Browns, I also wanted that at a 3. Falcons, I wanted them at a 3.5. Kind of wanted the Steelers at a 3, and I don't know what to do with that Rams-Bengals game, so I'm staying completely off of that one. That's a game I'll bet on Monday night. So what I came up with, these are the ones I'm most likely going to lock in.
Okay.
All dogs, all follow certain things. It's also fading some of the top bet teams of the week, like the Broncos. The Dolphins are one of the most. I think the Dolphins are one of, if not the most bet team so far this week, laying 6.5 points. We get the Broncos off of back-to-back losses, so they're 0-2 ATS, which generally 0-2 ATS teams do pretty well. Which I have 3 of those this week with the Broncos, Cardinals, Panthers that are 0-2 ATS. Well, it depends on what you got.
Cardinals, no.
Oh, no, Cardinals, no.
Cardinals are 2-0.
No, they're just 0-2 in general. My bad. They're 2-0 ATS. But I like the Broncos 6.5. I expect them to keep this game somewhat close. In this spot, I'm not sold. I mean, I like the Dolphins. Don't get me wrong. But I think this is a spot where they can overlook an 0-2 Broncos team a little bit as well. Funny how, Lenny, you were mentioning it before when your daughter called right before the show. My dad's giving me a call right now. So
see, I'm telling you.
No, I didn't answer it. He should know we're live right now. But,
I swear to God, every time the 3 of us are on a show, their dad calls that one of them, and my daughter calls me from Arizona, and she's like just calling on her way to work. You know, she's just, hey, what are you doing? And I'm like, Brian, I'm going live. Like, I'm about to go live.
Yeah.
But,
yeah,
I love my
back to the thing here. The Cardinals plus 12.5. And yes, I know I'm on an island for this one. It is an ugly play. The Cowboys look like the best team in football right now. Would it surprise you? Would it surprise you? Or one, not the best, but one of. I think if you have your power rankings and you don't have the Niners number one, you're doing them wrong. But this Cowboys team's a top 5 team in the NFL. I think there's no really question behind that right now. Their defense is tops. That being said, they're coming off of 2 blowout wins, and now they're double-digit road chalk in a game where I can very well see them sleepwalking through this one. They're fat, short, fat, and sassy. They're coming off of 2 blowout wins. This is a lot of points, and this is a Cardinals team that we've seen is very scrappy. I think the best play in that game actually is either the under or the Cardinals' first half at +7. The Cardinals have won the first half of both 2 games, and they blew the lead late. I think the Cardinals will put out a better showing than people anticipate them to do. Bucks +5. I'm not sold on this Eagles team. I am not. This is a very unimpressive 2-0 straight up in ATS. They had to struggle to get by the Patriots, and there was times in that game against the Vikings where they kind of struggled as well. So I like the Bucks. Commanders +6.5. Are you sold laying 6.5 points on the road with the Buffalo Bills right now? I'm not. I get it. They're coming in off of a blowout win against the Raiders. Whoop-de-doo. This Commanders team is scrappy, and now they get a home game. I believe they started off on the road 2 games. They started off both games on the road in Arizona and they were in Washington for the opening game. But it's a Commanders team where you're giving me almost a touchdown with them. The Bills only have to win by a touchdown in this game. I like the Commanders +6.5, and very similar to that, give me the Panthers +6.5. I love Andy Dalton. I love that it's Andy Dalton and not Bryce Young. I don't love Andy Dalton, but I love that it's not Bryce Young for this matchup. I want more of the veteran presence in this game with Andy Dalton. And the Seattle Seahawks team, we mentioned it. It's pretty simple. You back him as a dog, you fade him as a favorite. I had the Rams week 1 when they were a favorite. I had the Seahawks week 2 when they were a dog. They're a favorite this week. I like the Panthers at 6.5. So those are my 5 plays that I'm most likely going to I'm going to lock those in right now. I can switch them later in the week, but I'm going to lock these in now.
Okay. Locking it in. I like it. I have not made my official picks yet. Probably won't do that for the contest based off these lines. I probably won't even put them in. I'll go back and forth tonight about it, and I'll probably lock them in tomorrow. But just to put, I also typed mine out real quick. Tim, you want to go first?
I think the only difference between me and Nick is I'm not having the Cardinals in mind. I'm going to go with the Raiders. Other than that, all the 6.5s just scream dog. And then I'm taking Tampa Bay on Monday night. And with Vegas, you just saw them get whooped on by Buffalo. You just saw the performance by Pittsburgh on prime time. And Vegas is a 2.5-point favorite. Yeah, I'm grabbing the Raiders. I know a lot of people will look at it, see Steelers at plus money, want to go all over it. This Steelers team's got no offense. 2 of their touchdowns last week were scored by their defense. I don't really see that with Jimmy Garoppolo this week. So I grabbed the Raiders -2.5, and then I got all the other dogs. Denver, Washington, Carolina, Tampa Bay. Me and Nick kind of align on this week.
That's fair. I'm a little we're on opposite sides on some, and like I agree with that Bucks pick. I'm gonna pull mine up here. I agree with that Bucks pick. I don't. That for me, it's a 5 number.
Chiefs at +13. I want the Chiefs at +13.
Oh wow, me too.
Sorry, I saw 13. 13. It's
that looks like 13. A trap line. I'll take the Bears.
I'll take the Bears -2 touchdowns.
You know what? I'm not going to overthink this with the Chiefs there. Just the same way I kind of almost overthought last night with the Niners and the Giants. I just think the Chiefs, after a week 1 punch in the mouth from the Lions, they regrouped last week, and I think now's where they start to separate themselves from the pack, and that's why I'm on the Bills as well here. I know you guys aren't on the Bills, and you're kind of different on this, and I I get it. It's in Washington. The Bills lost that game on 9-11 with that whole Aaron Rodgers thing and all that. And then they came week 2. They did what they were supposed to do, got on track, beat the shit out of the Raiders. And now I think they start to separate themselves as, who that we think they're going to be. They're still going to take a step back, I think, this year than they have in previous years. They won't have the same amount of success. But the Commanders here, they are a scrappy team, but the Bills win by a touchdown. I'm going to take the touchdown. I'm just going to take the hook. If it was 7, I might lean Commanders. But to be honest with you, I like the Bills there. And the Cowboys, just the Arizona Cardinals are in fucking trouble, folks. They're in bad spot. So are the Bears. The Bears are top to bottom. I mean, they got a quarterback he's emotional, and I get it. He's young. He's blaming the coaches, but not blaming the coaches. The media is running with it. They're out there hugging for the cameras. I think Justin Fields still has a day, and I think the Eagles still, or I should say the Chiefs still roll through them. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's my thought on these 5, but the only real dog I have is the Bucks. Other than that, I'm laying chalk. I don't like it. I mean, I'm not in love with him.
I'm not in love with
I'm not in love with him where I would have locked him in. If I loved him, I would have locked him in. By the way, fucking love the Lions this week. But I'm not betting it.
Me too.
No way in a contest bet.
I'll
probably made honorable mention, like Nick mentioned. A couple teams made honorable mention. But
Lions. Yeah. No, I kind of lean Lions this week because what does Atlanta have next week? They're heading to London.
That's right. But I will say this: Bijan Robinson scares the ever living lights out of me because our defense had questions. A healthy Lions defense was questionable this year. Now you got a really you got arguably your offseason biggest, I don't say biggest acquisition. Well, CJ Gardner-Johnson, biggest acquisition, leader on that defense, vocally anyway, all season, first couple games, boom, now he's out for the year. Come on, man. Like, you already got questions on that D-line, and you got maybe the best offensive weapon with Bijan Robinson in the league coming at you on a very questionable D-line. I don't want to hear these stats about Aiden Hutchinson's pressures. You know what? I'll give a shit about pressures if it don't equate to sacks or if it doesn't equate to incomplete passes or interceptions. We don't hear about that stat. We hear, he pressured him. Well, how did that quarterback do under pressure? If it's a good quarterback that does well under pressure, those pressures didn't mean shit. You know, so I don't know.
No, I got what you mean.
That's my Lions rant. I'm done. Promise.
I do kind of like the Lions this week.
So when the
Falcons
all the hype on Atlanta. A lot of hype on Atlanta.
Bijan is good. He's good. Let's have it over to chat though. Let's see what they say. I'm behind in the chat, so I probably haven't even.
A 9.5 point favorite or 9 point favorite as a money line. Come on, what are we doing?
Surely that won't go wrong.
Listen, square money line parlay. Who's everybody taking? Cowboys, Chiefs.
They win.
Bills.
Wow, that's a bold take. And Cowboys and Chiefs both win.
I know.
Well, he's going through.
You deserve the big bucks for that one.
Okay, you're funny.
You're funny. What's up, fellas? But hey, listen, do it right. What's up, fellas? I'm on Boise and Air Force tonight, -5.5.
I didn't bet the Boise game. I bet Air Force very early at -3.
Yeah, we got 3.5 on the side. Mm-hmm.
And I got Virginia at 9.5.
I'm on Purdue at home.
Yep, I'm on Purdue as well.
I'm on Air Force, and I think I'm on somewhere. I'm on that Boise San Diego State game for something. I think it's the total. I think I'm on the over. I'm trying to pull it up, but getting the wheel of death. Yep. Also took the Nats today because Tim said so. Well, now
it's Corbin Day.
Anything Tim says.
Well, it's
Just hit
Patrick
the like
Corbin
button.
Day.
What?
It's Patrick Corbin Day.
Oh,
Second
he's
most
going
popular
to
pitcher
win
in
his
baseball.
last game. Is this going to be his last start? He's going to win his last game.
I think he gets one more start.
Okay. Are we following also the greatest hitter in our generation's final days? Miguel Cabrera.
Oh, Miguel Cabrera.
So there was a
Mike Trout. He's injured. Shohei Ohtani, he's injured.
So there was a meme from Barstool, like
the A's gave him an $80 bottle of wine.
Yeah, bro.
A professional baseball team.
Fucking Dodgers. The Dodgers give him a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame, or whatever. Miguel Cabrera, and then the next series he goes to Oakland for the A's.
$80 bottle of wine.
$80 bottle of wine, and the biggest thing is they presented it like it was a thing before the game. I'm like, this is why the A's are the A's, folks. And somebody Googled the bottle of wine, and it shows on Amazon $79.99 or something. It was like $79.97, an $80 bottle of wine.
Jeez, that's a bottle of wine I can buy.
It would have been the only thing that would have made that better is immediately after that, he would have took the wine and just handed it to like the bat boy and said, "There you go. Here you go, kid. Have at it." Here's some better Boone's Farm. Parlay of the week: Jags money line, Lions money line, Chiefs money line, Raiders money line, Cowboys money line, Bills money line.
Oh, I
don't hate these type parlays. I know some you get some hate for.
Is that like a surgical 6 Trent parlay?
No, that's different.
It would not surprise me if these are the 6. Like I can already predict that he's gonna have the
that Lions money line scary as shit, bro.
Probably the Ravens, probably the Bills, probably the Dolphins.
The Raiders and Lions are scary as shit, and so are the Jags. To be honest with you, otherwise I think the Chiefs, Cowboys, Bills win. But the Lions are. I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm not hitting the panic button on the Lions. So it's week 2. They're 1-1.
You guys are 1-1. You guys are doing just fine.
It's okay. They weren't going to go to the playoffs anyway.
Shut the fuck up. Listen, I'm not hitting the panic button, but I'm also not. I'm not like, I told you guys at the beginning of the year, everybody that was on him, I'm like, hey, calm down, everybody. And they showed us why you calmed down last week, and this is one of those games. This is one of those games where, they'll do something. I'm just saying, that's suspect. And the Jags, what? Because we believe in. No, I don't believe in the Jags.
We believe. I also saw a stat that the Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence have yet to cover a home favorite spread.
See? So, on the money line, I get it, but and the Bills that Commanders game could get scrappy. That Raiders-Steelers game, Tim brought that up earlier, and I think that's
one of my favorite plays is the Raiders this week.
It's weird, man. I just don't trust the Raiders and Josh McDaniels. But I'm high on the Steelers, but they haven't shown me anything I thought they could be. So
I think
the best way to approach that game is on the sidewise is Steelers in a teaser.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see teasers in a teaser, Steelers in a teaser, get them over a touchdown. Jose says Patriots, Ravens, Lions, Packers, Vikings.
I will say, I think according to Twitter, the New England Patriots have already beaten the Jets. I don't think I've seen a single person on the Jets. Like, I've seen nobody.
I said the Jets were one of those teams that almost made a contest pick for me.
I like the Jets this week. And I will bet I will have 3 degenerate bets on that Jets game. And they're all first touchdown bets. Ready? No touchdown. I will have the Jets defense / special teams first touchdown. The Patriots defense / special teams touchdown.
I'm going to say something too about this Patriots Jets matchup that some people might think that's absolutely obscene, but Bill Belichick is showing his age.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's becoming a little outdated. And when he doesn't have in a really good gelling offense team, I'm not saying that his quarterback ain't the quarterback. I'm not saying that, but like you can't, sooner or later you need some talent in there. You can't just throw in a bunch of B guys and expect them to perform as an A level.
Can we say something with Bill Belichick? It wasn't a Bill Belichick dynasty. It was a Tom Brady dynasty.
Which I think we're on the cusp of being on the Brock Purdy dynasty.
Brock Purdy.
I'm just saying.
He needs to.
History repeats itself again. Brock Purdy comes in for an injured quarterback, takes him to Super Bowls.
I think the Niners should win the Super Bowl this year.
So what you're saying is the team that makes the Super Bowl is going to be a team that had their starting quarterback injured early, and it's going to be some young guy that's trying to bring the team across the line.
Screw off,
bro. Calm down.
Then you got to keep in mind, Tim.
There's a team that comes to mind for that, and there's a very specific person that.
All right, listen, don't get me in trouble. I'm already in enough trouble. Can't play my original goddamn music, but we can play Stacy's mom. I don't understand, but whatever.
Well, it's a 3-second clip. Because it's 3 seconds, and 3 seconds in this 3 seconds is actually okay here.
Be careful with the Ravens this week. And the only reason why I say be careful with the Ravens is they just played who did they play? Steelers week 1, right? Did they play Steelers week 1, or did they play Browns? They played Steelers week 1, right?
Texans.
Oh, sorry. They're going to be playing their division 3 out of 4 games. And this is the in-between game. So be careful with the Ravens. Lions, yes. Green Bay, yes. Vikings, no. All right, I almost made the Chargers a play. I'm not.
The Colts almost made a move for me because it's Gardner Minshew.
That too, yeah.
That
offense has looked a lot better with Gardner Minshew.
I mean, we don't know yet. He's still in concussion.
I'm kind of thinking over in that game, and I'm not trying to bet any overs this week because they went 14-2 last week, and that's not repeating this week.
Yeah, there's coming up.
I've got unders that I want to bet.
Oh, we got unders galore. We don't have a single over on the site. We have all unders.
Bro, there'd be a sprinkle for me that Arizona doesn't score.
Arizona shutout?
0 touchdowns.
Yeah. That's why I like the
that's why I love the under in that game, but I also like the Cowboys. I really and I know with Diggs being out, that's going to be a different team. It's not going to be a different team this week. It'll be a different team over the a long season. But it won't. But this week, Arizona's that bad.
Would we be surprised if we came back next week and said, "Wow, the game went under and the Cowboys won 38-3."
Or 17-0.
Yeah, no, I'd be surprised if the Cardinals get shut out.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, listen, Nick
I may be higher on the Cardinals than most. I almost backed the Cardinals.
The Cardinals are going to be the Cardinals are going to be the second worst team in football.
With the first pick of the 2024 draft, the Arizona Cardinals select
Caleb Williams.
I don't think they get the number 1 overall seed.
Oh, who? The Bears?
I think the Bears do.
Maybe
the Bears are
sure
for as long as the Bears have Justin Fields as quarterback, they are nothing.
I'm gonna say something. I see Tate's comment coming up soon. We'll get there. I promise you. I know we're behind in the comments, but I'm gonna say something that's gonna blow your mind as a Lions fan. Justin Fields is not the problem.
It's a defense.
He's not, but
it's literally everybody
else.
Not
helping. He's not helping.
No, he's not helping. But he's also, it's a one man on a 53-man roster.
Yeah, and he's 5-24 in the games that he started.
He's terrible. Yeah. But he's not the problem.
He's not the only. He's one of the problems. He's not the only.
That offense is nothing. That defense is nothing. Their coaching is nothing. Matt Eberflus has been not good.
That offensive line is atrocious.
I like the under in that Chiefs-Bears game.
The three of us might get pressure on that Bears offensive line.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I put you 2 on the end. Let me go right up the middle.
Maybe I could.
Apparently, that makes you a good defensive end with all these goddamn stats about Aiden Hutchinson. I see on my Twitter feed about or whatever feed it is, X feed, because on Lions Twitter is Aiden Hutchinson. He's got so many pressures. Nobody gives about that. Nobody. Well, not in this room.
Yeah, you tell
Look
them.
around. See anybody watching Aiden Hutchinson highlights on these fucking TVs? No.
Reminds me, I have to go watch some Aiden Hutchinson highlights. I need to see.
I want to see him get pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, guess what? I'm going to tell you right now, they're all in college.
I want to see him put pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, let's see him. Let's see him run real fast at him. Not do anything, but we'll run real fast at him.
I agree. Let's do that.
Shut up. Chargers. I worry because it's in Minnesota, this Chargers game. And I
have an unpopular opinion on the Chargers game.
Steelers is tricky. We touched on that, the Pats and the Eagles. I will say this too. I think the Packers almost and still might they're like the 6th rotation pick.
I like the Packers this week too. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you got to pick 5, and there are like 5.
I'm just not high on the Saints.
Well, I am, but I think here's listen, read into the conspiracy. Here's the script. Folk. Already seen it for week 4. Thursday night football is Lions in Green Bay. Both
Green Bay
tied for their division at 2-1.
I could see that. Well, yeah, no, I could see that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That game matters now for Thursday night primetime.
Yeah,
but they could both be 1 and 2. And
Packers money line.
And you know how I have winning the NFC South, right?
Yeah, Lions. Oh no,
the North.
No,
NFC South.
South.
The Saints division.
Saints, yeah.
Bucks.
No, I got the Buccaneers.
Hey, all of a sudden that division went from shit to like nobody's going to compete there. The Bucks will probably default into it to it being competitive. The Saints.
Well, no, Bucks wouldn't have defaulted into it.
I think so. Because their defense is legit.
Okay, I have the Bucks winning the division. I didn't think they would. The only team that I thought would default into winning their own division was the Jaguars, and because everybody else in that division is garbage.
Well, I just don't think the Saints were going to really compete. I think the Saints preseason, I thought the Saints would compete, but
no,
it's
think the
real
Saints
early.
are,
I'm not writing anybody off.
I think, unpopular opinion, I think the Saints would be better if Jameis Winston was still their quarterback. I don't think Derek Carr fits that system.
That's fair. David says Air Force, Wisconsin, Orioles in the over, and the Colorado game over. I have bet 0 baseball.
I will say
I'm on the under in that Colorado game.
And for that Orioles, it's Dean Kramer day. You grab the Orioles, you grab the over, and you move on. That's what you do on Dean Kramer day. It's cool because I don't know. I don't know if you knew this, Lenny. The top.
You know what? I need some contest picks for the monthly, and that maybe just made the
top 4 most profitable pitchers in baseball are all pitching today. Dean Kramer, Patrick Corbin, Andrew Abbott, and Taijuan Walker. All 4 of them are pitching today. So there you go. You get a bunch of most profitable pitchers in baseball going at it.
I'll probably get back on the Phillies no bat 9th.
Yes, Phillies.
Mets over in the Philly game.
I just no bet in the 9th. I mean, somehow I'll get on the Braves, probably run line.
Excuse me. No, Lenny, bad Lenny. It's Corbin Day. We bet on Corbin. He's not the 2nd most profitable pitcher in baseball for no reason.
Fuck that guy. I'll donate just
I love Patrick Corbin.
I will donate.
Nationals plus 217 up on the site.
I don't hate it, man. I mean, I'm totally fucking around here. I'm not betting against him, but I know he's profitable.
He's also the Nationals are also 15-15 when he pitches.
Yeah, I'll take that. Give me the Saints plus points, Titans plus points, Colts plus points, Jets and Commanders all points.
You know what? At least he's grabbing a bunch of dogs, which I will say, and Nick, I know you're going to hate hearing this, because your Giants lost last night and San Fran covered the spread, That's your fish food right there. Ready for a bunch of dogs to come through this week?
Oh, the public ate last week too. Like with all the overs hitting, and I've seen multiple people that work for sports books say that they got smashed week 2 in the NFL.
You're ready for?
You best believe they're out for blood this week. All these big public teams are going to get crushed.
Yeah,
and that's why the Bills are going to lose outright. The Dolphins are going to lose outright. The Patriots are probably going to lose outright. The Seahawks, the Cowboys are going to not cover. The Chiefs might not cover. The Bucks might win outright.
Bucks outright.
And I think one of the more public spots this week that we're not looking at is actually a total. And I'm actually looking the other way with it. Give me the Chargers Vikings under 54.5.
Love it. It's on a teaser.
Because I saw a stat as well. Since the beginning of last season, there's been 4 games that have had a total of 54 or higher. None of them went over the total.
Well, these two, yeah.
No, went over the total.
I also, I like the Alliance Falcons over, and I like the those are 2 that I liked, and Cowboys Cardinals. We talked about that though.
I like the Cardinals under too.
Yo, I'm new here. This guy in Detroit fan or something? No,
nope.
Tim's just a general sports fan. Dodgers, Braves, World Series.
Real quick, is this the guy that's normally on Facebook? No, the guy that you just clicked on. Not Tate. I know Tate.
Oh,
is this the guy that's normally on Facebook?
No. Oh, Davis? No, his name is Davis.
Okay, never mind.
Davis Daniel, I can see.
Braves and Dodgers cannot play in the World Series.
Yeah, you mean
and same deal here. Cowboys and Niners cannot play in the Super Bowl. You can try again. I'll give out.
They have me for great.
I'll give you 1,000,000 to 1 odds on both of these.
Ready? Here's gonna be your World Series. Ready for your World Series matchup right now? It's going to be out of the National League, the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah.
What the front door?
Okay. Hear me out.
It's Philly.
In a best of 5 series in the beginning, what is more scary than going up against Woodruff, Burns, and Peralta, who have been on an absolute tear at the end of the year? What team is going to have pitchers that go up against that and are able to outduel those 3 pitchers in the National League? The Braves don't. Phillies don't. I'm not trusting anybody from the Central.
I'm not betting against Philly. We've seen this story before. All they got to do
I will have an unhealthy amount of money on the Philadelphia Phillies if they go up against the Braves in the NLDS.
Yeah,
but I'll take Milwaukee, and then of course I'm taking my Baltimore Orioles in the from the AL.
Philly and Baltimore World Series. What an ugly ratings war that would be.
Milwaukee versus Baltimore World Series.
No, yeah, I could see Milwaukee. If I had to put a prediction out, this one's gonna be boring. No, it's the Houston Astros until further notice.
Yeah,
and
it's the Atlanta Braves.
The Dodgers.
Okay. It's for me. It's probably Dodgers.
That's the most realistic one in my opinion. I don't.
Dodgers or Braves, I think, are interchangeable there, but it's
the Braves. Houston. No,
anybody but the Braves.
No. It's not me being a Braves hater. Their pitching is what worries me. I mean, their bullpen's really slacked off as of late. I don't trust Spencer Strider in the biggest moments because he's somebody, he'll strike out 10 batters, but he'll give up 5 runs. I don't want that in the playoffs. And we know offense dries up when it comes to the postseason. You expect him to continue scoring 6 runs a game? I don't. At all.
Yeah. And speaking of baseball, I would just like to acknowledge that it's September 22nd and the Detroit Tigers are still mathematically not eliminated from the playoffs. They're
going to be after tonight, but
I don't care. We made it to the end of September.
And it won't be because they lose. Because I don't think they lose. It'll be when Minnesota wins. Minnesota clinches the division tonight with a win. So
Minnesota
clinches division tonight with a win. Or a Tigers and Guardians loss. Which Guardians play against Baltimore, so I could easily see that happening.
Well, thanks for shooting down my dreams, hopes, all that good stuff.
Hey. The Mets are mathematically eliminated with a loss and a wild card team winning a game. Any of the wild card teams winning a game.
Any of them.
Any of them.
Any of them.
Any of them. Just any of them.
That's fair. I'll tell you what. I'm excited about the Tigers.
Tigers are winning the World Series, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. Don't let them in. Don't let them in. Fuck around and
they'll lose in the ALDS.
Yeah, don't let them
lose the wild card in 2 games in blowout fashion.
Does that
you
mean
know
we
what?
can host the game?
I shouldn't say. Whatever.
Would we be able to host? Can we? We wouldn't even.
No, you wouldn't be able to host one.
Oh shit!
You'd have to win the division or be the top wild card. You're not.
Damn it!
You're still a little bit out from that.
Whatever, Tim.
They have potential. They have a bright future.
Tim, we don't need that negativity. We don't need that negativity. We're gonna bounce on out of here though on a Friday. We appreciate everybody stopping by. We'll be back Monday, 1:00 Eastern. Talk about all these football picks. See if who was right, who was wrong, and who was off their rocker. But we'll be back Monday, 1:00 Eastern. Like I said, bet when repeat. Don't forget, hit that like button if you haven't already. We appreciate everybody stopping by. Good luck, unless you're against me.